Hi, Kenny Weiss, coach and speaker, and as I often do, I posted on Facebook just asking if anyone was struggling with something personally or professionally, and if they needed some help, and I'd do a free video for them. So the question I got in today was basically, why do people suddenly become more desirable after they're attached to somebody else? And the basic background of the situation, if I have all of it put together, is that this lady is about to become engaged, and her ex, and it might be an ex-fiance based on kind of how she said it, found out and is all of a sudden coming back saying, look, I profess my love to you, I've been saving up for a ring, I miss you, is it too late? She's like, what the heck's going on? Where did all this come from? And it doesn't make sense. And so she's wondering, why does this happen? So the first thing I want to get across is this is incredibly normal on both sides. I'm sure most of you watching this will go, yeah, I've done that, or that's happened to me. And the reason for it, I can't get into all of it. I mean, this is what I do my relationship seminars on, is there are two dynamics in every relationship, and every single relationship out there has them. Because every relationship all of us have ever seen on movie or TVs is codependent with our parents. It's none of it. We've never seen a healthy relationship model. So we do this and we're not even aware, and this is why relationships are so crazy, why the divorce rate is so high, and why we can't find our partner, all the different things. So I can't get into all of that. Even in an hour and a half seminar, I don't have enough time. But there's the little piece that's going on here is one side of the dynamic. And unfortunately, the truth is that this has very little to do with the lady involved here. This has to do with his issues. And so what looks like love is actually somebody who's struggling with codependency. So let me kind of give you a little bit of what I mean by that. What's happening here is, like I said, I think they were engaged because she mentions at one time they were in premarital counseling and he left saying he wasn't sure if he loved her. Well, this happens a lot. People either leave a relationship or leave you at the altar, whatever it is, because their primary fear is intimacy. They're scared to death of being known. So as they approach that, they turn away from it. And you'll see this in, softer forms of all of a sudden your boyfriend or wife is too busy with other things. Well, that's an intimacy fear. They find outside things to distract them and basically leave the relationship, even if it's just for a day of being too busy. So they do that. Well, their biggest fear and deepest fear is really abandonment. And so what's happening now is, like I said, this has very little to do with his love for you, but his feelings from when he was younger and the abandonment he suffered. So he's triggered by that wait a minute, in his mind, he's put that trauma on top of you. He doesn't know it. This isn't malicious. He's not trying to do this. He just doesn't know. So all he knows is he's being left. And so he's coming back, throwing everything at it. But it's not real love. It's his abandonment fears that he's trying. The second you turn towards him and say yes, boom, he'll leave again. I'm sure tons of you have experienced that, this constant circling and push-pull. So what you're really experiencing from this person is someone who's screaming over their fear of abandonment. And really the best way to do it is just ignore it. Just ignore it. The most loving thing you can do is stop communicating and let them learn on their own to deal with those feelings. But trying to talk them through it, help them through it, you can't. You'll actually make it worse. And if you want to do that, then that's part of your dynamic, and why you picked him is you didn't want to get close because now you're going to manipulate him by trying to be nice and help him through it. That's not nice or loving. That would be incredibly manipulative. So the best thing for you to do and to handle this situation is just say, thank you, I'm sorry it didn't work out, but I'm with somebody else, and move on. And have empathy that this person is hurting. They don't realize it because none of us are taught about any of this stuff, but that's what's going on. So keep an eye out for those of you, that this happens to everybody. Watch for my relationship workshops because this will really teach you about it. Other than that, if you have other questions about this or want to get into more detail, just let me know, or go to my YouTube channel. I have like 80 videos on different topics from business stuff to relationships. So anything I can do to help, let me know.